the first card in your reading. So it's, to me, the first card is very meaningful. It's sort of like the foundation. And this would probably be a male. You know, sometimes the kings or queens can be male or female, but I am definitely feeling like, okay, this is probably what it is. I'm feeling very much like masculine efforts. Like when you think of masculine, you think of feminine. Feminine's very intuitive and, you know, soft, gentle when you think of it that way. The masculine energy is very confident, courageous. And so maybe that's what I'm getting is this, your reading starts off, sorry, I was putting that under the wrong light there. The reading starts off with a little bit of official business, contracts possibly, the legal profession. Any of you all that have legal matters going on, there's an application of authority. As you can see, this guy is very precise. He's opening up this particular envelope with his sword, and he has, as you can see in his little cubbies behind him, he has different papers that he's used. He's rolled up plans. He's a very shrewd type of guy. He's a master at analytics. So I've described him. So how he works for you is what I'm thinking is this could either be a air sign, which would be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra that's in your life who is this type of person. Or it could be you starting off the month, like I said, signing contracts, organizing papers, filing papers for like DBA if you have a business, or if you're putting together a website, that could very much come into play. Just the organization and the analytics of preparing a project and getting it going. He's the master of, like I said, strong leadership skills and professionalism is really called for in this particular spot and placement of this spread. And, you know, plus the ability to judiciously discern what is needed to get the job done and what is unimportant. Like, what do I need to do that's really going to make this happen? And what can I just drop completely and say, you know what, I don't need that. So this guy is great at that. So this is either you taking on this role, or this is a person that's, this could even be an attorney or judge, someone like that. But it's very prominent in your spread. And of course, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So all the time, always watch your Moon and Rising as well, because sometimes people say that resonates with them more. But I'm just saying, for some of you, this official person, contracts, documents, legal, whatever this is, this comes up first. Maybe you putting some legal things into place, like I said, DBAs, trademarks, stocks, bonds. Okay, so that comes up first in your reading. The second card is the Eight of Wands. I love this card. Well, I love what this card means. Actually, the traditional tarot card, as you remember, are 8 rods flying through the air. And so it means fast pace, quick response, quick decision, hasty news coming forward. And, you know, I say hasty news, actually it's usually good news, sudden news. It could be about a job that you've been waiting to hear from and there's a go on it. It could be that all of a sudden, you know, there's travel involved with, could be with this job, this new job. It could be relocation. My puppy's putting his 2 cents in. And usually this comes forth in about a 2 to 3 day time period. So you may hear of news through your inbox, or you may get a text or a phone call, you know, right out of the blue. And it's like, wow, that's moving me forward, because again, this is an auspicious card. It's advancement. Like I said, probably, or can be travel. Good news coming swiftly. Good career news. Most of the time, because this is, you know, this is the Wands. These are the Wands, and there's 8 of them. She's being very practical about it. She's kneeling down and looking at them like, okay, let's, she has them in order. Let's prepare to go. All right. And so the Nine of Pentacles is kind of corner to this. And I really like that. I look at what's below and beside and everything. So to me, this could mean that you get official documents in place and you're ready to move forward, or you hear of news because of this document that you now can take action on your plans. It's a go with the trademark. The product you've put into trademark status is like, yeah, go, you're ready. Put your product out there, get your website going, all of that fun stuff. So I do look at what's beside each other. I do also like the diagonal spots. So the Nine of Pentacles is right here under the King of Swords. They call it the King of Athenes, but King of Swords. And so this card is very auspicious as well. It's through self-accomplishment. It's enjoying financial security through your own accomplishments. And see how he's standing there with his arms on his hips and feeling really good about himself and his kids, and they're playing, and the spouse or wife is, doing her knitting, her she has her wheel. Sometimes that wheel to me looks like it can be the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a time where we're feeling prosperity. The tide is in our direction. Yay, yay, or yay. So this card is about contentment and satisfaction with your efforts and what you've put into your work. You're seeing the money and the financial gains and rewards, and you're feeling good about your home and, like I said, your family, your property. And, it's about that all that you've put into your work has opened up doors for new achievement. This is the number 9. So after 9, 9 is the number of completion. So feeling like you feel complete around this, you feel good around it. So it could be this moving forward aspect, this advancement, this promotion, this travel brings in this money that you're feeling like, whew, I needed that. That's great. That's, I can pay the bills. I'm, have a nice place to live, or a place to live, roof over my head. But it just feels like this is a card of enjoyment of what you've earned. And I'm looking to see how these relate. Well, same thing. These official documents, legal matter, is enabled you to feel prosperous. It's interesting, the last card that comes up is the Four of Pentacles. And this is a completely different card. This is sort of known as can be the miserly card, being miserly around our money, finances. And as you can see, this person has taken the pentacles off the wall. You can tell the pentacles have been in this area for a long time. He's moved them. And there's someone at the door here. So it can't be that, you're living in comfortable circumstances, but maybe you have concerns about being taken advantage of, or losing what you have gained. Maybe you feel so good about this. Sometimes we feel so good about things, and this may or may not be you, Virgo. Again, watch your moon and rising. But sometimes we feel so good about where we are that it's like, wait a minute, it can't be this great right now. There has to be something wrong because, as we know, life has its ups and downs. And when we're in the downtime, it just feels like, wow, are we ever going to get out of this spot? So when something does, come along and it's great and it feels good and it's like we're living in the moment, it's like, okay, wait a minute. Do I need to hoard my money? What if a rainy day comes? And yeah, a lot of times we do need to watch our money, of course. Because sometimes those rainy days can come. The car can break down, or the kids, need additional money for who knows what. Many, many things can happen. Elder care, all kinds of things. So it's this is concerns about security or finances, feeling reserved about them. It could be new bills arrive. Like I just said, car repair, all that good stuff. But you're really some of you are really wanting to, hang on to what you have. Watch the bottom line. Could be some creditors or, bill collectors or some debt owed. And you're just being very careful with how you're, what bills you're paying down, what credit cards you're paying down, in what order. There's good debt and there's bad debt. And sometimes we want to pay the ones with the higher interest off first, right? If you have credit cards. All right. So that's it's a very grounded feeling, Virgo, with this spread. I mean, you do have this one air sign. But there's these two pentacle cards represent you for sure. And some wands about your work. I love that one. And what I'm also doing is pulling, besides the clarifying cards this time, I'm pulling from a regular card deck. One card. I just think it's fun. You have a little variety and just see what additional message may come from this card. This is for Virgo. Actually, this one wanted to come out. Two of Spades. This is the same as the Two of Swords. Okay, so just keep your eyes open. Take the blinders off. Normally the card, the Two of Swords, it's a woman standing there and she has both arms crossed over her heart. She has a blindfold on and she's standing in front of an ocean. But it's the Two of Swords. So it's like, yeah, you can take that off now. You can take the blinders off. You see things for how they really are. It will help you put the puzzle together. If that makes any sense for you. That phrase came up, so thought I'd say it. If there's a puzzle in your life or something that seemed confusing or you've been suspicious of, you don't want to feel foggy when you're making a decision. You want to be clear-headed, right? I'm going to pull another. This is kind of fun. So I'm going to pull a resolve card for if you feel taking the blinders off, getting help from this King of Swords or this type of essence. Okay, I'm trying to get one that will come out. Well, and there's two. All right. So what we have here then is the Ace of Wands, because the clubs represent the wands, and the Queen of Wands. So I like that. Okay. So you take the blinders off. You have fire. You have passion. You're ready to go. There's new beginnings. Birth of ideas, birth of a baby possibly, but new births of ideas. And then you're feeling good. You're feeling creative and passionate and warm. And you're taking in that Queen of Wands essence. She's someone who's very creative about what she's done. She channels it. The king has mastered it. She's just she's the essence of it. So I like that for you guys. It's taking this wand essence and moving it forward once you take off this this fear. I get it. I mean, sometimes we just need to take off the blinders and be open to circumstances that may come our way. All right, so that was a little bit of additional. I didn't do that for the other signs, Virgo. And then the clarifying cards this time, I'm using the same cards as this. So a little bit different spread. All right, Three of Cups or Three of Chalices is what this card is. So there's celebration to be had around your family, your home. This could be a wedding or a graduation, but it's about loving where we are, being with the people we love, being happy, kicking our heels up, celebrating, having a glass of wine or a glass of water or a glass of tea or whatever your choice of drink is, and enjoying the time that we are in right now. Being in the present moment. That's always important, isn't it? Okay, interesting, because the Nine of Swords has come up. So in the past, it feels like, you could have been staying up at night worrying, and this could be about those bills. This could be this. So the caution here is, it could be about bills. It could be you've lost someone or you're feeling sick. It could be any of those things that are keeping you up at night. Maybe you're just tired and overwhelmed. So the message is to look at the light. Sorry, some of the cards fell. Look at the light or feel the light that's coming through the windows. That there is always light at the end of the tunnel. You know, if you've not been feeling well, take some downtime and let yourself relax, and maybe go on a little bit of a trip or a one-day trip and just feel your inherent emotions. You know, we just had a solar eclipse in Pisces, and that's to do with releasing emotions. That was yesterday. I'm doing this video on the 27th. So that has to do with releasing emotions so that we don't hold them in, so that we don't carry them forward, and that we can feel free and move forward and feel creative. Just like I was talking about that ace and the Queen of Wands. So if you've been feeling any of this, it's okay. Let yourself release. If you've had a cold, let the cold, flush out. And, it could be about loss. So there is going to be a time to heal yourself and move forward. The Ten of Wands came up. So yeah, you guys have definitely been working hard. But what this card is saying, it's the 10. So as this person is going up here to the magic standing stones, the enlightenment hill, then one by one, he or she is going to draw up each wand, which has been a burden on your back, a burden to you. You're ready for this enlightened feeling, this celebration, or rather, let's just say light feeling. You guys are used to working hard. It's not a new thing for you. Now, this card did come up in reverse. So I do feel like, this can be read two ways. I do feel like that you are doing that you are moving towards this hill. But maybe you've stopped along the way and you're still gathering your strength. It could be you're still watching your money. You still need to carry some of those burdens or some of that extra those jobs or projects or workload so that you can pay those bills. Okay, and let's do one more. All right, and see what comes up. I'm going to pull from the 5 that dropped on the floor, and let's just see. These are the 6 that dropped on the floor, and let's see what comes up for Virgo. Rest and relaxation. Okay, interesting. So this 4 of Swords is about taking that downtime you need. This goes hand in hand with the 9 of Swords. If some of you have colds, flus, you need rest, this is the card that's saying do it. 4 of Swords is, see how he's resting here? He's not worrying about life. There's the ducks in the water. Here's the 4 swords. That's fine. But he needs to rest his thinking a little bit. So after all these plans have come into place and the movement forward, give yourself the time to reflect. Let your body rest. Let your mind rest. The tree is beautiful. It's full. This feels like springtime to me. So maybe you can move into springtime with a little bit of feeling of deep breath time. Wow, I've been through it, but you know what? Now I can meditate on what all I've done and feel the accomplishments, build in my bones and my cells. All right, so I'm going to add up the 4 original cards, Virgo, and we have 1, 8 is 9, and 9 is 18, and 4 is 22. If I added that up right, that is a master number. 4 and 9 is 13, 13 and 8 is 21, 22. Yep. Okay, I love that number. It's a master number. So 22 is about being a connector, feeling connected to others. When I look at 22 life paths, they're very much they're builders. And they're wanting to build a foundation because 2 plus 2 is 4. And 4 is about structure, foundation, organization. It's very much what he's into here. All right. And there is no 22 major arcana cards. So we're going to look at the number 4, as I did in numerology. And 4 is the Emperor card. And so this, again, this is very much of someone who's authority figure. He is a archetypal father figure, a leader. This is, I said at the beginning, this feels sort of like there's a little bit of masculine energy in this spread. In fact, the word was gender, right? So gender specific, I mean, I know a good deal of my viewers are women, obviously. I'm just saying that sometimes we need to have that confidence and that courage that's kind of male, people think of as male. But of course, females have it too. So 4, is the Emperor, and it can be an archetypal father, like I said, judge in the legal. It can also be someone that's passed in spirit that is around you. I was doing a reading for myself last week, and the Emperor card kept falling on the floor. It was interesting, and it was like I was fumble fingers, and so I picked it up and I looked at it and I thought, is this because my father is in spirit? And I just knew it was him. I just knew that it was him. I had said some intentions and prayers earlier that day, and I just felt like he was around me. So, if you have someone that's passed on and they were very meaningful to you and helpful to you and supportive of you, that could be the Emperor as well.